Hi there. Thank you for watching my video. This video is just a flip through of my school notebook that I've been using for my summer class, just one class this semester. And what I wanted to do is just show you what I've come up with so far regarding notes, my note taking system, so to speak. I've gathered information from watching a variety of YouTube videos, and so I wanted to share my progress so far. By no means is this system perfected, but maybe I can give you some tips on how to keep your notes organized. So this is just a basic notebook I got from Target. It has a poly cover, which is the plastic cover. I like this because it doesn't tear up throughout the school year, and it's just a one subject notebook. But you can use anything you'd like to use. I just made some tabs here of the pages that I'm going to look at quickly. This here is just an overview of some notes that I took during a training. So in this training, we had a variety of topics, of course, and basically what's written down is not. I don't want to focus so much on that, except I do want to focus on the layout. So at the top, I try to, I can't letter, so I do try to make some kind of header, and try my hand at different caps and different fonts and stuff like that. So you see here that I use a colored marker pen, and I wrote up my topic here at the top, and then of course the date. If you can just take a glance at the overall page, you'll notice that you'll see at least two colors, but on this page you'll see three. I try to stick to two colors because one color can be used for the header and the bullets, and then the other color can be used for the content. Another thing you'll notice is on this page that I drew some boxes to kind of separate the information, the topics, the subtopics. So this is what I found to be the simplest, but I've seen some very elaborate notes with graphs and diagrams and things like that. I'm not there yet. So this is really beginner level. So and then if you notice here on the actual header, you can tell that I put a subheader here in the middle, and then I drew the box around that. Okay, just to kind of highlight it a little bit at the top. But you can use whatever font you'd like, cursive, print, lettering, whatever. And here I try to use not your traditional bullets like the dots or the line, the dash. I just use a small arrow. I really like that. And that arrow is always going to be a different color than the actual content. And I just also did some little shadowing to kind of bring that box out just a little bit so it can pop a little. And I stick to not shorthand, but like list form, bullet form. Okay, so that's what you'll kind of see on this page. And each page, so it is going to be a little different, as you'll be able to tell as I go through. Okay, so this is my so these notes are again from this same type of training, which is on domestic violence. And so here you'll see at the top I did my header, and what I did was I used my mod liner, and I did a cursive header, and then here just within that highlighted header, I'd use my black micron pen to do a small a small case header within on top of the highlight to just give it some dimension. So on this page you'll see things look a little different than the first page. You'll see that I used my mild liner to kind of highlight this area so that each header can actually be easily recognizable. So I did the background with the mild liner, and then on top I just printed the topic. And you'll see here, you see at least three different colors. 2 to 3 colors is to me enough. And there's no rhyme or reason. It's just whatever color I feel like that day. So I also use, you can tell here, I'm using like a column format as well. So I'm not writing from left to right all the way over like traditionally we write, but to keep it user friendly, and when I go back to refer to my notes, that I find that the actual column method makes it easier on the eye, easy to find the information. So you can, do a background with the highlighter and then use a pen on top. And then you see here I did a variety of bullets, bullet types. So here I did some circles, and then I did the inverted, not inverted, but I did brought the margin in a little bit, and I wrote down some information regarding that subtopic. You can see I did a combination of open circles, open bullets, and then I did I brought the margin in, and then I did those little small arrows again. So for the main topics, you have those circles, and then for the information regarding that topic, then I put the little arrow. And I did it all the way down to the bottom. So overall, you can just see that it's easy to read, it's not jumbled up, and it is quite organized, even though it's not, as beautiful as some notes would be. Okay, so you'll see on this page here that I did a little bit something different with the header. So on this header, basically what I did was the same type of header, where I used the highlighter on the background, and then I did a cursive layer with my header. But I also highlighted the header with these little dashes on the side. Okay, and that's just kind of like making like a simple banner. Okay, so now you'll see. Okay, so you'll see another way I highlighted the headers this time. I actually use some little spikes, I guess you want to call them. So these little dashes on the side to kind of create like a banner around the topic. And then here I use numbers to list what we're talking about. And over here, similar. And then I brought in this new type of arrow, where it's like a little curly arrow. I really like this arrow. It's cute, easy. And so underneath that just shows that, okay, this is the main topic, this is the subtopic, and then these are the key points that I want to remember about it. You'll also see overall, you're not seeing so many colors. The color scheme is just pink and black. Okay. And that's it, just to keep it simple. And then down at the bottom, instead of listing my class at the top, the name of this class is called Research Methods, and I did that layering effect down at the bottom. I was just trying something out, but I do like it. Okay. So on this next page, you'll see overall, when you at a glance, you'll notice still two colors. I'm using green and black this week. So each week, you'll start to see that I start using a different color for each week. I only met in this class once a week on Thursdays, so every class I had usually only one page of notes, 1 to 2 pages. So you'll see I brought the header for the class back up to the top, the name of the class up here. I did not put the date, which I could have, and then here, this is the topic that we're talking about, which is research. So the name of the class is Research Methods, and then today we're focusing on research ethics. And you'll see that I did that same layering effect right over here. And then in green, I put my header and then my subpoints in black. And you'll see that theme throughout. So you'll also notice that in this one, I'm not using like an exact equal to column method, but things are kind of staggered on the page. that's also good. It's just a different way that I decided to do it that week. No rhyme or reason, but when I go back to my notes, I can easily find everything. Everything has a section, and if I wanted to, I can draw those little boxes around it also to make it stand out, but I didn't find that necessary. Okay, so this week, the next week, we talked about on July the 19th, you'll see that I was trying my hand at some fancy dating options with that layering effect with the highlighter and the pen. And this week we talked about quantitative research. Again, you'll see three colors, purple, black, and pink. And you'll also see that same kind of design where I just kind of created a section for each point and I staggered it throughout the page, or I used that two-column method. Okay. Always recommend using your color to highlight to write in your topic, and then use your black to write in your main point, your sub points about that topic. But you can do what you like. I just found that interesting. So again, you'll see the same type of method. I did qualitative research here. The name of the class is Research Methods. You'll see that there with that layering effect. And then I just wrote in a date on the side. Our color scheme for this week is green and black. So under qualitative research, I did my subpoints in black. I did my headers in green. And I brought the curly arrows back. And then I used just a different color. The bullets a different color than the actual content to make a distinction. And you'll see this is mostly staggered throughout the page. Okay. So far this is what I've been trying my hand at. I bought a new book that I'm going to start using for my notes, since I really enjoyed reading back on my notes. They were so beautiful. They were so organized and so much different than what I used to do in terms of note taking. I bought the tool disc bound, so bear with me while I pull that out. Okay, so this is my tool disc bound notebook. I bought it from Office Max just the other day. It was $9.99, and I'm really excited to use it now that I know kind of some basic things that I want to implement in my note taking. It comes with the clear discs. You probably have seen these already. So what I hope to do is keep my notes together, and I may move them forward, because this new semester in the fall I'll be taking Research Methods 2. This summer I'm finishing up Research Methods 1. So I like to bring the Research Method 1 notes with me over to my new notebook, but guess what, I can't, because I use the spiral bound. But had I used the disc bound, I would have been able to bring those notes over into my new notebook, and that's why I decided to change. I love this book because, of course, Tool is awesome. They make a great product. They actually have a whole system and a lot of types of refill pages, so I really like that. They also give you a month's view. You can just undate it. I love that. And they give you that through the whole semester. So you can use it for the semester, and some labels here for your tabs. And then they give you these clear pockets. I love these clear pockets, of course. And you have the tabs on there. And the paper is awesome. It's fairly thick. It's not like notebook paper. And that's what I like about it. And then this is the narrow, it's the narrow lines on the page. And so I like that a lot. Okay, and this one came with, you can use it for multiple subjects, but which I might do that because I only bought one, and it comes with 75 pages. Okay, so I'm looking forward to what this school year is going to look like with my note taking. I'm excited to take my note taking up to the next level. And I'll post some of my inspirational videos for everyone to look at. And hopefully you'll find something that works for you. Got any questions? Let me know. Thanks.